Welcome back to the Rice and Slice Golf Show podcast. My name is Theo. Gentleman by the side of me, my sidekick, partner in crime, golf. I've run out of adjectives, mate. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you had me at crime. I'm not the crime, I'm your partner. So.
You had me at crime. I love that. You had me at crime. What, just let me. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, welcome back, guys, to the episode 59. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Almost my favorite number, Chenji. Only 10 more episodes to go.
Only 10 more episodes to go.
Only 10 more to go.
You just stole my lie.
Today is a bit of a quick fire kind of episode because Chenji is away. He's currently in Mallorca, which we will get to in a second. And tomorrow, what time is it in Mallorca right now, Chenji?
It's like 11:45.
Oh, so it's not too bad. So 11:45 here in the UK is 10:45. Chenji has a 7 a.m. flight to catch. So rest assured, he will be there at 6:45 to catch that plane. So he needs to kind of get to bed, get some sleep, catch some Z's, and obviously get the plane. So where are you going next?
Going to a sacred city of Santiago de Compostela in Spain again, where apparently there are some golf courses.
Well, I mean, I would hope. I mean, you're in Spain, dude. You know, so yeah.
Mate, why do we live in England? Like,
honestly,
why do we live in the UK? Like, seriously.
Yeah. Day by day, as the days kind of go past, right? I kind of question myself, like, why are we here? Obviously, it's great. We're not. Everything else is great. Let's not slag off England too much because, you know, the comments might be like, oh, why did you foreigners come to this country if you don't like it? You know, I don't know.
Whoa, big politics.
Yeah,
big
exactly.
Politics.
And, you know, it's happened to both of us. Like, you know, we're both, you know, because I originally come from a very hot country. It's a very holiday type of country from Cyprus. So everyone's like, if like, you know, because of my name, Theodorus Kalopidis, is not a very English name, is it? So they're like, oh, where you from? And I say, I'm from Cyprus. He goes, oh, why are you here? Why are you not out in the sun? And I'm like, whoever says that to me is because they've never lived out in the sun and they've only appreciated the sun for 2 weeks or 1 week out the year when you're out on holiday having a good time. But when you're over there and it's 35 degrees 10 months out the year and you're working outside, not even in air condition, and you're doing all these, like, you know, manual labor jobs, I promise you would not like the sun. In fact, I'm gonna say something. I love British weather. I love when it gets cold. I love the rain. I love everything.
But I tend to agree.
But
controversial, but
it's very controversial. But I hate it because obviously we can't play golf. Like, I haven't played golf in 2 weeks. I've got into a simulator because I can't go outside.
You see, though, this is the thing. This is how I feel, right? I feel the UK doesn't deserve to have that many golf courses because of the weather. Right? Like, because it's basically a lot of it. I'm not saying it's unplayable because plenty of people play, including myself, who recently I said, actually, I started to enjoy winter golf a bit more.
Yeah.
That my short game especially is getting better. But
yep.
I just feel like, you know, it's kind of wasted to have so many golf courses and then you have like 3-4 months in the year whereby conditions are just absolutely abysmal.
Yes, I agree with you. But then again, those 4 months are like extra sweet because we're trying to like jam pack as much golf in those 4 months as possible. So we try and do the most. And I could possibly say not you as much. Obviously, you're not even on a golf holiday. You're just on a little vacation. But
even on a vacation, I'm
yeah, you're still working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm literally working remotely in the sunshine so I can replenish my vitamin Ds.
Yes. So
I just need some Ds in my life, mate.
That's exactly what you need, mate. You need Ds in your vitamin. Life. Yes. Oh, yeah, of course. Vitamin. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. So because we only have 4 or 5 months out of the year, if you're like an avid golfer, you use that as an excuse to kind of go on a golf trip with the boys or even with you know, your significant other. And, you know, to try and get away from the cold weather and be like, oh, let's go to Spain or Portugal or Turkey or Marrakesh or whatever, wherever, where the weather tends to be a lot nicer than the UK so that you can also get a holiday in, keep the family and missus and husband or whoever happy, and then you end up playing golf abroad, which is what I've done quite a bit of this year. I don't even know, like towards the end of the year, I'll kind of tally up all my miles that I've done just for golf. and it's going to be, well, it's not going to be a lot compared to some people, but for me, it's been the most, traveled year of I've ever had in my life. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it's only going to get more from here.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, Chenji. I don't know if I can beat this year for golf trips. I don't know if I could ever do it. I've had a golf trip.
One trip to Augusta.
No. See, you say that, but it's like, I don't know. You go to Augusta, great. If you don't actually have the money to do the whole experience, it's almost, what's the point? It's not worth it. Like if you go to Augusta to watch the Masters, you want to be there for at least 2-3 days. You want to have the money to buy whatever you want to buy in the merch shop. You want to have the money to stay somewhere relatively close. You want to take in the Augusta, I don't know, traditions and everything that goes around the Masters. You want to be able to say, oh, I've been to Augusta once, in my life. And I've also played a golf course in America that's close to Augusta. I don't know. Am I wrong? Would you just go just for the Masters and just kind of get a plate?
I probably would. Obviously, like if it's possible, play at Augusta. But
it's just because it's so expensive for us to get. I know. No. I'm not saying play at Augusta, as in the Masters, as in Augusta National. I mean, just play around Augusta, like play in the vicinity of Augusta. Like, for example, for the 150th, when we went to St. Andrews, there was a lot of like Americans, and they came over from America, obviously, to watch the 150th, and they would go to Carnoustie, they would go to Kings Barnes, they would go. So around the Open, they would actually go around and play golf courses near St. Andrews, which is exactly what you want to do, right? Mm-hmm. So if I did that, I know it's going to be pricey. So it's almost like, when I'm really rich and I can genuinely afford to do this, and I've got the 3 other friends or 4 or 5 other friends that want to do it with me, that will appreciate it just as much as me, then I think I'll appreciate it more. But for me, just going there for 2 days, just for the sake of being there and spending all that money for a ticket to get in, it's almost, it's not pointless, but pointless.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree.
Does that make, I don't know, does that make
but
sense?
Also, look, if you're blowing like what, $5,000, $6,000
exactly
there, you don't care about an extra $500 or something for like a round of golf. So.
Exactly. So it's like you're only gonna go there once, so you might as well make the absolute most of it. Do as much as you can in that week that you're there or whatever, right? So it's like, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. So for now, it's just little trips to Portugal, Spain, Scotland, and I'm happy.
But dude.
I'm very happy.
I have to say, dude, this is my first time playing in Mallorca. I've been here before.
Okay.
And it's, it's November. I'm so happy. Like, seriously.
What's the weather like over there now?
Like, as we speak in the evening, probably about 12, 13 degrees. Celsius.
Which is fine. Which is what, it's 30 degrees in the UK now.
Well, yeah, but like during the day, it's proper sunny and it's 22 degrees.
That's perfect.
Perfect. It's actually perfect golf weather. It's not too hot.
Yeah.
The sun's blowing, so you still have to apply sun lotion.
Yeah.
And, but it's just, again, you're not sweaty like we did in Cyprus, playing in 38-degree weather.
It's not like that, is no. That was too much.
Like it was just perfect. And actually, in fact, when I went to the golf course in the morning, you could still see all the sort of like, what's it called again? The frost and dew.
Yeah.
Because overnight, like the temperature differences between night and day are so different.
Yes.
Yeah, and I actually wondered, like, isn't that pretty bad for the grass? Like, if you play in that, I don't know, actually, because it's not frost. Actually, never mind, because the thing is, I kind of mistook it against frost.
No.
Dude, no chance you're going to get frost at like 10 degrees.
I think it might be like humidity, just sitting down.
It's just moisture.
Yeah.
Moisture. I was a bit silly because obviously now we've gone into like winter season in the UK.
Yeah.
Like again, in the morning you do see frost, and then when there's frost on the greens, you can't play because that means basically like when you walk on the green, when you walk on it or step on it, right, it's going to basically kill the grass, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I was like, dude, like no way it gets like below 0 degrees, freezing cold in here, like in Spain. So like,
no, you're fine. You're fine. It's funny, right? Where you are, I lived there for 2 years of my life, right? When I was a very, very young, about 10 years, about 12 years ago, I lived there. I did 2 years in Magaluf. I could tell you some stories, but this is not the podcast. This is not the podcast. This is not we talk about golf. We don't talk about everything else, right? So, but I can tell you some stories of what I got up to in Magaluf, and as you can imagine, it's just as bad as you can imagine, if not worse.
Start a podcast just about that. I'll tell you what,
It's
actually.
bad.
I was like, because obviously I've always heard about Magaluf, right? And
Right.
I've never been there before.
Don't go.
And you told
Don't
me
go.
stuff about Magaluf. You told me a couple of stories about it.
Yes.
So, I bring my mate, right, who's come from all the way from New York, and I tell him about, Magaluf is like, oh, you got to check it out, right?
Did you go?
So it was Friday night, and we went there.
No, you
So I was just
didn't.
like, after dinner. Yeah,
You should have called me.
"Dude,
You
I
should
gotta
have called
check-
me.
I got to check this out. I got to check this out. Mate, it was dead. Like, not a single
I told
place
you.
was
I
open.
told you. I told you. It's.
You told me Magaluf, there'd be something. I mean, especially it was Friday night.
no, okay,
I
I'll tell
guess
you.
it was just zero tourists. I mean, again, literally every single. It was a ghost town. Like, it
Yes.
was literally a ghost town.
Okay, so
Like, not even a single bar or restaurant.
Okay,
Even a
so
Chinese takeout. Was
what I said to you was 10 years ago. It wasn't busy. It will be quite quiet, but if you do see people, it's going to be like stags and hens. But I'm guessing, obviously, because it's 20th of November, the kind of season ends like towards the end of October. So I'm not surprised. But it's a shame because if you went like a month ago, I still have friends that work there that I still keep in touch with. So you would have had a decent night out in strip
more than a
clubs,
decent night, I think.
clubs.
Dude,
in
this is on
everything.
the podcast for it.
I know.
This is child friendly. We've got kids listening.
You're
to our
right.
podcast.
You're right. But again, if anybody wants to go Magaluf, get in touch. I know everybody there.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
But
This is no word of a lie. I lived in Magaluf for 2 years, so 24 months. I've left Magaluf, the little village itself, maybe 4 times, and all those 4 times was to go to Palma for the airport. I've visited 0 other places in Mallorca. I have no idea what else exists in Mallorca. Because for us, it's Mallorca and it's Magaluf. It's just Magaluf. And I had no car, I had no bike. It was just literally wake up in the morning. I would say morning, you wait, you work. Well, I was DJing over there, so I was working from like 11 in the morning on like boat parties, and then I would finish work on like 4 or 5 the next day. And with like a little break in between. So my days were long. I didn't have time to go to Palma. I didn't have time to do anything really. It was just work, which was wicked. It was the greatest experience of my life. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I didn't even realize there was a golf course. Honestly, and apparently there's some really good ones.
there are. And I mean, not that bad. Actually, to be fair, for such a small island,
Yes.
it's got a lot of golf courses.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
which is
it's
quite
tiny.
Crazy. And I mean, I arguably, I guess, maybe this is a good segue to it. Probably the best rated golf course in Mallorca. Like, I guess, like I've learned from you, Theo, like if you want to do something, just, if you have one chance of doing something, just get whatever the
Balls
best
out,
is,
go all out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was there's I literally live on the golf complex, right? Like
Okay.
literally the resort. And there's like multiple ones around here.
What's the golf complex called, dude?
It's not the Arabella one. It's like Bendina, but I'm literally right next to Arabella, which is like where the 3 big like golf courses are: Son Mutana, Son what's it called, Quint, Son Vida.
Right.
And actually the Son Mutana like last year hosted the Mallorca Open, which is a DP World Tour event, right?
Wow.
And, I think who was it? Yannick Paul won.
Is it? Are you by like Son Vida?
Yeah, I'm like by
Okay.
Son Vida, like by
Right.
there.
Okay. So. Oh wow.
But
Okay.
literally, but obviously, like the best one, well, at least that's what I've heard, is Al Canada, which is basically the Challenge Tour final venue. So like the
Wicked.
Rolex series as well, right? So it's like the Road to Mallorca, right? That's the final event of the year,
Right.
The sort of playoff final.
Yeah.
And that's held at the Al Canada golf course, which is actually in my head right here.
Wicked. I have
so
the
actually-
exact same
but
hat
the
that
thing
you're
is, like-
wearing, but
I know,
mine says
same
Woburn.
colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, which is super cool.
It is.
And but literally, it's like it's like in the middle of nowhere, basically. Like it's on the opposite side of the island.
Oh, is it?
You drive out. Although to be fair, it's not a bad drive, like an hour away.
Is it that
and then you
far?
go in there.
See, I didn't even know how big Mallorca is, like left to right or top to
And
bottom.
bearing in mind, it's like 1 hour drive
Okay.
in like pristine highways, right? Like because the infrastructure in Mallorca is so good, so
Yeah.
well sort of maintained, and all the roads are pristine. There's no toll roads, and it's like proper like you get to drive 70 miles an hour, like 120 kilometers an hour, right? So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's actually quite big, but quite easy to get to. You pull in, right, and again, you just see the greatest view just absolutely beautiful, man.
Is it
nice.
is it inland or is it like on the coast?
It's on the coast,
Right.
So it's, I wouldn't actually call it links because it's very much like tree lined. It's like a combination of parkland and links course.
What's the golf course called?
Layout, Al Canada, Alcanada. So basically, like, it's a parkland layout, but it's obviously like, right next to the ocean. And for most of the holes, like for about, I would say 12 holes, you get to have views of the ocean, right? So there's certain holes where you're playing sort of backwards against the ocean.
Yes, I can see.
Playing, onto the ocean, right? So it's absolutely, again, beautiful views.
Dude,
Amazing.
You're like, dude, this is like really, really cool because where you are, I'm looking at it on the maps now. You're literally like on the, I don't know, like right on the edge of of the island.
So not only are you on the edge, right? You're on this like hill,
like
right?
a cliff.
So basically, exactly. So you're basically playing up and down the cliff, right?
That's pretty cool,
basically,
man.
your front lines start going up the cliffs, right?
Yeah.
So there's certain holes where you're going up, climbing up, right? You don't get to see the ocean. But the moment you start kind of going down, you can then see
dude,
this amazing view.
This place looks incredible.
And the name of it, like Al Canada, is actually like named after the lighthouse.
Yes, I was just about to say. You can see the lighthouse.
Which is on that island, right? So that's called the Far del Canada, which is like Catalonian for like the Al Canada lighthouse.
Yeah.
And dude, I bought this coolest thing, and I guess it's kind of like silly purchase of the week, but I don't know, mate.
Is that a dog toy for Tiger?
Dude, well, yes it is, but it's also like a driver head cover.
Dude,
like,
that is the silliest purchase. Wait. I need to. That is the ugliest head cover I have ever seen in my life. I'll tell you what, it trumps my ugly head cover, which I wish I had with me. Vice Golf, for the 149th Open, they've released a limited edition like head cover gear, whatever, and it was fish and chips themed. And obviously, because I have a fish and chip shop, I was like, oh, brilliant. I'm going to have a fish and chip themed head cover. Dude, it was the most disgusting, horrible head cover that I've ever seen. And it was massive. It just took up too much space. Yours has just trumped it. Have you like put it on?
I haven't.
Dude, look, it's as big as your head. You can use it as a pillow.
Yeah, mate, it's so funny. And literally it says in here, this golf head cover is designed to fit an adult 460cc golf club. It's a sport equipment and not a toy.
That is
hilarious, man.
That is the most made in China head cover I've ever seen in my life.
But seriously, it's actually kind of hilarious.
It is. It's funny. It's funny, but it's
ugly,
just.
But it's kind of hilarious. Like,
I hope you're not using it
on an island.
Please don't use it.
But it's just going to be some silly purchase of the week.
Big, massive. I'll press it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Purchases of the week. Silly purchases of the week.
That actually might be one of the silliest of purchases of the week of all the weeks that we on the 59 weeks.
Of like a silly. I feel like
Yes.
like the previous 2 episodes we talked about. That's not really silly purchases, but it's silly purchases. But it was mainly like a bit of a reckless purchases.
It's yes. Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. You put it perfect. It's just expensive, reckless purchases.
But this is actually like a silly purchase.
This
not
is.
too expensive,
I think this is like the epitome of a silly purchase.
Yeah,
because it's just a silly little gift, silly little souvenirs. It's pretty cool. I like it.
But bro, dude, like my biggest takeaway from this like golf experience. I mean, because it's not like a golf holiday, right? So I didn't bring my golf clubs. And everything. So I get a rental set of clubs. It's the stealth. So like it's basically like a stealth driver and a set of stealth.
Yeah.
Like irons.
Yeah.
Regular shafts. They're actually like graphite shafts. So it was like not even like iron shafts.
Wow. Okay.
So very designed to be very forgiving.
Yep.
Knackered, right? Like obviously been used multiple times. Been through the bushes.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, but like, mate, seriously, I was hitting the shots of my life, mate. Like, I feel like my current clubs are just too hard for me right now.
It's not. I promise you, it's not the clubs. It's because you're on a holiday, dude. I promise you. The best rounds of my life that I've ever had have been on vacation.
Yeah,
you feel different. It's just different. Plus altitude, hot weather, everything, dude. The grass. Were you playing on Bermuda grass?
Yes, Bermuda grass.
There you go. Everything is just different, dude.
Mate,
everything.
Like
your mentality is different.
But like we didn't. I mean, maybe we were just not as good when last year in Cyprus, right? But like when we're at Cyprus, right?
No, I think it's different.
Holiday, but seriously, like I mean, your experience at like in Benidorm, right, and at the golf course over there,
yeah,
the Melia, right?
Yeah,
and then me playing here now, like again, I was playing from like the White Tees, which plays like 7,200 like 200 yards.
So, yeah.
Quite long. But my approaches were like 8 iron and 7 irons, and
Exactly.
sometimes even
Yes, that's what I mean.
Like, what? Like, dude, like if this was in the UK, I'm not taking anything like shorter than a like 6 iron on my second shot.
Yes, I agree. I know what you mean, dude. It's when we went.
You know, like I just know every shot would just go well, like exactly how you wanted it to be. Like I can hit draws, I can hit fades. I'm just like, I don't know. So that's the equipment. I feel like I need to get fitted, mate. Like seriously, I think it's the equipment because
I don't think it is.
I need like a more forgiving club head. Maybe I need to use graphite shafts.
I don't think you need graphite shafts, dude. I think it's because you're on holiday and your mentality is different. But granted,
dude, Bermuda grass is so so nice.
That's what I've been saying, mate. Dude. Chip in,
so nice.
Greenside like approach chip in on Bermuda grass. Bro. For me, there's nothing like it because you can open the club face, you can like proper hit it, you can flop it.
Whatever you want.
It's so much fun chipping around a green on Bermuda grass.
I've not duffed a single shot.
Yeah.
I've not duffed a single shot.
It's
single. I mean, if the bad one would literally just be like, oh, I've given it too much power because you know, it's like I only got a sandwich and I have a 60 degree.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Bermuda grass is the next level. What I will say, when me and you were in Cyprus for my wedding and we went and played a lot of golf around Cyprus, whatever. We don't forget we were quite new to golf-ish. Like we were like 20 handicap, 19 handicap.
Yeah, something like that. 19 maybe. 20,
yeah,
possibly.
So I think if we went back to Cyprus, you would, dude. I had a shot. Was it 81 in Cyprus? So it's not. I promise you, it's not the golf clubs. It's the place. And back then, all I said for when I first started playing golf, all I said was, I just want to be good enough. So if I go on a golf trip, I can hit a ball and not embarrass myself. I feel like I'm there now. So are you. So I feel like if we went back to Cyprus, which hopefully we will, and we played golf, I feel like it will be a different experience. I genuinely believe that. So we just need to do that.
I do feel like this is the year that we ventured into like real golf. I feel like last couple of years
I agree.
It's been like kind of like hackers, but like
I agree. I completely agree.
You get the feeling, don't you? You just
I completely agree.
Like you know how you should feel. You know how to improve. You know, like you show up to lessons knowing what you need to work with.
I completely agree with you. You are correct, 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, actually, like, just really quick before we, I guess, change topic. So, like, you know, I brought my best friend, like, you know, from New York, and it's actually his first time ever walking on a golf course. Even though his dad actually plays really well.
Okay.
So, you know,
did he play?
Like, hit a couple of shots, actually.
Okay. That's good.
It was really funny because, you know, we talk about all this golf stuff and actually made me realize, you know, we talk all about this golf stuff. We're super passionate about everything. And then, but like, then you try to explain things to a beginner and it's like, dude, this is complicated. Like,
it's complicated.
You take things for granted.
Yes.
But like, actually, if you like, you could write a whole essay. You could write like books about the rules of golf, the etiquette of golf. This is how you should do. Like, mate, that even just the thing about, so actually, like, so there was this group in front of us playing super slow.
Yeah.
And then like, he was asking me, so what do you do in this scenario?
Yeah.
And then we just talk about, you know, like, again, we give them a chance to let us play through. Like, you know, we show ourselves up and like, you know, as basically like, you know, okay, we're just a 1 ball, maybe 2 ball. And then they, you know, they'll, you know, if the gentlemen, they'll see us and let us play through. If they don't, we'll throw in some like passive aggressive shots at them.
No. We never do that. We don't do that, guys.
No, I know we talk about this, but we don't actually do it. Like, he's like
once. It happened once by accident.
Anyway, but it's just
twice,
like, you know, again, all these different things, right? But like, you know, as I said, you know, it's like a gentleman's sport, right? You know, you follow the etiquette. And it's like, again, you can write a book about the etiquette, you can write a book about the rule. Actually, there is a book about the rules, right?
Oh yeah, it's a bit.
As a member,
forget that.
Of any golf club. And then, you know, you can write a book about, I don't know, just all the greatest shots in like golf history. You can write like, you know, books about golf course design. And it was actually saying like, you know, the design is like pretty cool. And it's actually like, you know, quite a famous design. This one's done by Robert Trent Jones, right? Who's designed the Spyglass Hill.
Oh, no way.
So again, all of these like, you know, beautiful golf courses.
Wicked.
So yeah, so just thought I was like, you know, again, kind of shows how far we've gone from like not knowing nothing about golf.
Yes.
Kind of like, you know,
knowing everything about golf.
Commentating and
do you know what it is as well?
Like, a lot about it, right? So it's pretty cool.
For me, I don't know how about you. I'm pretty sure you're similar. I don't know how to put this. There's probably, I'm no expert in golf, definitely, but there's probably not many things that I know more of than golf, if that makes any sense. But like, not expert, not like who won the, I don't know, 1949 Masters or, you know, or like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to fit somebody, but I can give tips to a 25 handicap. Definitely. I can, you know, help him out with the mental game. Definitely. But I can't help a 4 handicap. You know, I'm no pro, obviously. So for me, if somebody like my kryptonite or my weakness where I kind of shrivel up and be like, oh, I love this. Like it almost turns me on in a non-sexual way is when somebody shows a tiny bit of interest into golf and they ask questions.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous because then it's just
we don't
kind of
afterwards.
Yeah, it's like because my brother does this and I love this about him. My brother has zero interest in golf. He doesn't know. I've took him to the driving range a couple of times. He cannot hit a golf ball and he's very, very athletic, but he cannot. Like he could bike it to Scotland and back, no problem. But tell him to like hit I don't know, just a putt or a 7-iron, he'll miss every single time, right? So, but because obviously he's my big brother and he loves me, he always shows interest in my golf. And he will always ask me, oh, for example, when I got fitted for my new irons, the first person that called me was my brother. Like, oh, did you get fitted? How was the experience? And he was giving me advice like, don't expect the clubs to be like the magic wand. He was giving me like legit decent advice, right? And he's not into golf at all. And he's showing interest in what I'm interested in. And deep down, I know he doesn't care, but he's just trying to be nice. But I take it in and I'm like fully taking advantage of it and I'm explaining everything and every single little rule. And I might put the PGA Tour in the background, like we're watching it on the TV or whatever. And he'll ask questions and I'm like, I'm answering the questions, but the answers are very simple to any golfer. But to him or to anybody that doesn't understand golf, it's like, what you're talking like a whole new language. And I love that because it gives me a chance to kind of prove how much I love golf and how passionate I am about golf. And if you sit down with me and talk about golf, whether you like golf or not, you very, very soon realize how much I love this sport and the game and everything around it. And like once I start talking about golf, it's difficult for me to stop. Hence why we have this podcast, which is like the best thing ever because I can vent out on this podcast and I don't need to kind of...
And mate, like episode, we're like episode 59, which means your favorite number minus 10.
Yeah.
And still, again, every single episode, we're just talking about stuff, right?
It's mad. I love this, man. I love this.
Most podcasts don't make it past like the second episode. I don't know, like 5th episode.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, we're going places, dude. And I don't want to say anything. I've got a couple of things lined up.
Oh, good segue.
Well, we 59 episodes in. Listen, Chenji, be careful what you say. Don't say anything. We're 59 episodes in, and we've already started rubbing shoulders with people in the industry. Not massive people, obviously, but I was talking to somebody very, very, very cool today on my private Instagram. I followed him on his private account and he accepted me and followed back. And I hope he's listening. I'm not going to say the name, just in case. I'm not going to say the name. But he has a very, very cool job. Like one of the coolest jobs in golf that has nothing to do with brands or manufacturers or anything like that. One of the coolest jobs in golf. And we're talking today and I want to get him on the podcast. So if you're listening, you know who you are, because he did say he was going to listen. So if you are listening, I'm not going to say the name. He has one of the coolest jobs in golf, and I would love nothing more.
We're in the industry, like in the.
Oh
tours.
Yes, big time. I'll tell you after. And he will be one of the best people to get on the podcast to talk about his experiences. And I bet you he has stories to tell, and it would be amazing to get him on. What else? Now that we're kind of rubbing shoulders with people in the industry, we found some news out last week, which it's mind blowing. We're definitely not going to say what it is.
We can't literally say.
Do you know what it is, right? We've become.
I know what it is. Yeah.
You know, obviously, like we've become that podcast or that YouTube channel where, like, guys, we have things in the pipeline, but we can't talk about them yet. And when you're listening or watching, you're like, just tell me, like, why would you tease me like that? Like, that's what I'm always like when I'm listening. Like, oh, okay, like, just tell us. Like, why would you even tease? Now we're becoming them. We have heard some big news coming out of the golf world for 2024, and it is so exciting. Mark the day, 22nd of November 2023. we know something that you don't know. It's big. It's big. So hopefully we'll see what happens next year. But next year it's going to be a good year for us, mate.
Absolutely.
And it's so much fun that we're in this space, and it's so much fun that we're ranking up. Well, not ranking. We're stacking up these episodes, and we're getting better and better each week by each week. Obviously, we're still learning. Like, we know nothing. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface of golf, right? But it's so interesting, like that we've made it 59 episodes, and we've got another 1,000 left to go. And this, obviously, like, you know, the views could be always better. The listeners could always get, like, it could be more. But I feel like with consistency and with passion and with the love that we're kind of putting into this, I don't see how this doesn't work out. I genuinely don't, dude. I can't wait.
Like, you know, since the very start, you know, we said, you know, we're never going to be those people like looking for quantity over quality.
Exactly.
Like, you know, buy a bunch of followers, you know, get whatever.
We had that conversation.
We did.
Chenji was like, let's just buy a few thousand followers so we look legit. I'm like, Chenji, if you do that, I will fight you. We are legit. We don't cheat the system. We are doing it organically and passionately, and we're going to put everything into this.
I said a friend has offered, you know, for my birthday to buy us a bunch of followers.
Worst present in the world. Worst present. Don't ever. Saying that, we should talk about what happened a few episodes ago, because I think that's quite a funny segue.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Go on.
So, obviously, we have an active Instagram and TikTok account, right? At Rice and Slice Podcast. Please go follow. We're very active on there. We post stories, we post videos. I post like silly little funny memes. We post a bunch of stuff, everything, like loads of, we post clips, everything, right? The amount of messages that we get from people that are like scammers and, you know, random links.
Scammers, yes, people trying to make a living or that.
Yeah. So they wait, what does SEO stand for?
Oh my God, I used to know this. Something like impressions.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, that's it.
So we get messages on Instagram, honestly, at least 3 to 5 a day from random people with the weirdest names. And they're like, hi, I'm an SEO expert, please. And what they do is they go on our YouTube channel and they send us screenshots of our data and then a little list of, oh, you need to do this to get better. You need to do this to get better. Like, we know we need to do all those things to get better. And then it's like, if you hire me, I can help you and I can coach you. And I'm like, first of all, like, you can tell a fake account from a real account. You go on their account, they have 0 posts and they've got like 4,000 or 5,000 like followers. This is why I said we're not buying followers. Anyway, so more of the story. I keep getting messages and I'm like, dude, just like leave me alone and leave me alone. So one day, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I'm going through the messages, and then I'm like, I'm going to reply to this guy. So he's like, I promise you this will work. I will guide you, and I'm like, let's just hear this guy out. Because what if you know, like those Nigerian princes that you get the emails? He goes, I have $30 million in my name, but you know, if you marry me, I will give you, you know, like, what if there's actually a Nigerian prince with $30 million that's just looking for somebody to like spend the money on? What if? So I replied back to this guy, let's call him, I don't know, the Nigerian prince. And he's like offering me the YouTube world. And he's like, oh, I've got all the details. I can help you out. I can help you with like your tags and your chapters and blah, blah, blah. And I'm listening to this guy and I'm like, and then he goes, yeah, it just costs like $300 per month. And I'm like, I'm not paying $300 per month, dude. Like, there's no way. So then from $300, he goes, just send me $5 on PayPal and we can make it work. I'll show you what I'm like, Jesus, mate, like, you know, half the price. Okay. But don't go from $300 to $5. So I'm like, you know what? $5, like, who cares? If he scams me, he scams me. Right. So I asked for his PayPal. I sent this guy $5, literally $5. So he goes, yeah, receive the money. I will get to work straight away. And I'm like, bloody, okay. What's this guy going to do? He sends me a screenshot of that video that he was supposed to like help me with. And he circles the views. There was 26 views on that video. And he goes to me, just to prove myself, I'm only doing this for $5 and I want to prove myself to prove that I'm good. I'm showing you a screenshot before and after. Just so we're clear, you only have 26 views. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, let's see what this guy does. I don't know what I was expecting, right? So literally 10 hours go by I look at my views and it was like 900 views. Like, okay, obviously I know what happened. So I forget about it and I message him back and I'm like, dude, like obviously what you did was you got my $5, you spent it on a website and you just bought views for my video. And then you came back to me and you said, oh, look, now you have 1,000 views. I'm so good. The views were up. The subscribers were the same, if not less. No likes, no comments, no nothing. So it's just not organic. You can tell when something's organic or not. That was not organic, right? So he messages me, goes, oh, in 24 hours, I got you 1,000 views. I'm like, no, you didn't. You just went and bought 1,000 views for $4 from some random website. And now you're saying that this was all you. No, I could have done that.
And you made $1.
And you made $1 out of me. So I forgot to tell Chenji about this. And literally weeks go by and he goes, and he sends me a screenshot the other day. He goes, dude, why did we have 1,000 views on this specific podcast? And I'm like, oh, okay, so here's what happened. So I'm telling him, okay, so it's all fake, too good to be true. It's not real. It's all a fugazi or fugazi, whatever you call it. We're doing it organically, Chenji, and I promise you it's going to work out. End of rant.
So basically, for those of you guys who also got your own social media, like podcasts, everything whatsoever, you know, whenever you get approached by these guys, you know, Theo's paid his $5 less, $5 less, and £4 less, and so don't make the same mistake. Well, you know, he's taking less than for you, so don't do it, guys. I
mean, you knew what was going to happen. It's just one of those things, right? Oh, we got what? We're celebrating. We're celebrating today. We've hit 80 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes.
80 subscribers. I can't wait one day in 5 years' time to look back and laugh at the fact that I was so happy with 80 subscribers. I'm genuinely over the moon. 80 random people like us so much that they've subscribed to our YouTube channel. And all we're posting is podcast. Thank you, guys. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, saying that, the last video was actually, it was pretty, well, I say pretty decent. It got like, what is it? 45 views. I'm trying to find that video of the one that's got 1,000 views.
It's hilarious, man.
Popular. Yeah, literally 1K, 1,000 views. Literally 1,000. So he literally bought 1,000. Not 1,003 is literally 1,000. You bought 1,000. Oh, and 4 likes and 0 comments. What a joke. Anyway, moving on. Is there anything else you need to talk about? Because I have zero content for today. What? Because you said it's a quick podcast, but I do want to do a new segue. Not a new segue, a new little segment. I want to do like a rapid fire news segment.
Yes.
Was that you that's playing something, or was that me? Okay, we're good. So sorry, mate. Yeah. So what I want to do is for I don't know, like a minute or 2 minutes, we rapidly go through golf news. What do you think?
Yeah, sure thing.
Are you ready? I have a jingle. Not a jingle, but I have a bed. Here we go.
You always have jingles, man.
I do. Let's go. Oh, no, wait. I did that wrong. Right, so I have no name for it yet. What do you think? Rapid news? Golf rapid news? RGN? No. Golf rapid news. Golf news. Time now for the rapid golf news.
I have a jingle for everything.
Welcome back to the Rasta Slice Golf Show podcast. This is time now for rapid golf news. I promise you this will get better. I just need to roll off the tongue a little bit better. Number 1, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy's TGL delayed until 2025 after venue's roof collapses.
Ridiculous.
Premier League court hero. Oh my God, what's his name? He's on Tubes and Angie's channel. Blonde guy. Oh my God. This rapid golf news is going terrible. Jimmy Bullard, he's banned from Wentworth because he got a bit drunk while playing there one year, one day, and they said no, you need to leave and you're not coming back. Former new news, other news. Paige Spivanash ready to replace Paul Azinger on NBC Sports. News. What else?
That's not news. That's fake news.
Well, I don't know. It could be. I think it's real news. I think she'll do well. No?
Really? Okay. Fair enough.
What? Are you not a fan?
Well, no. But, she's got her own place, but I don't think it should be in professional TV.
I think that's exactly where she needs to be, dude.
Maybe.
All right, okay, let's start this conversation before we get cancelled, before we even made it to 60 episodes. Ludwig Aberg makes his first EP World Tour win on the RSM Classic and his second overall win. Dude, the guy has been professional for 6 months, and on top of my head,
11 tour events.
11 tour events, 2 wins in total. No, 3 wins if you count the Ryder Cup.
That's it, exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, episode 59, the time is 11:25, Monday the 20th of November. Ludwig Aberg is a future #1 best golfer in the world. Not only that, it will happen a lot sooner than you think. Right now, I think he's ranked top 30. Dude, within the next 2 years, if I'm saying too much, in the next 24 months, he's going to be top 10 golfer. Maximum. The guy's unbelievable at golf. And that's the future of golf, big man. That is legit the future of golf. What we're going to do last year, around the end of last year, when nobody was listening, we did a little segment, this is just on top of my head now, where we kind of spoke about the future stars or who we think is going to play well in 2023. Can you remember who we said? I remember 3 names, and I was right for 2 of them. And the third name, I wasn't right because of injury. I said Max Homa, I said Min Woo Lee, and I said Will Zalatoris. Max Homa and Min Woo Lee have been smashing it this year. Absolutely crazy good at golf. And Will Zalatoris obviously had a back issue, and I don't even think he played a single event this year, or if he played 1 or 2, or he withdrew, but he's back next year, and hopefully he makes a quick recovery and he's playing well back on the PGA Tour. But yeah, in the next few episodes towards the end of the year, we're going to do a little segment where we kind of pick new comment. Oh, I said Sahid Theegala as well, didn't I? Mm-hmm. And he got a PGA Tour win this year as well. So I think I did some pretty good. And I'm telling you now, Bryson DeChambeau is winning a major next year. You've heard it here first. On that note, thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe. And we will see you again this time next week. Take care. Bye.
Dude, I've never seen you this excited at like 12.
Bryson DeChambeau is winning a major next year. I'm telling you. And you never know, you might be at a local course. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. Easter egg.